Welcome to another episode of The Joe Show, Quarantine Edition. I'm your host, the most exotic Joe you know, the Tiger Prince himself, no comparison Joe Harrison, coming to you live from my sanctuary. Today's topic, once again, is Tiger King. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest, another member of royalty, the nerd queen herself, Amanda Nugent.
Hey all you cool cats and kittens, Amanda Nugent here, nerd queen and member of commentary for Galactic Pro Wrestling, and I'm here to talk with you guys about all things Tiger King. So, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Tiger King series on Netflix, loved it. Fell in love within the opening credits. Oh my gosh. If you had not told me it was a actual documentary, I wouldn't have believed it. Everybody was so outlandish. If you have not seen it, go watch it. It will save you. It has saved us through quarantine, you guys. So the show, fantastic. Do I think Carole Baskin had something to do with the death/disappearance of her husband? Because we don't know where that guy went, her previous husband. Yeah, absolutely. Biggest sign for me was how she acted through that whole third episode where they cover it. I mean, if you had somebody that you loved or were angry at or had some kind of extreme emotion towards at some point in your life and you were with them for a while, and even though things were not going well, if they went missing, you still show some kind of emotion. Whether, again, it's anger, maybe even relief that they're gone, I don't know. He was no saint. Sadness, worry, something. She showed nothing. And that was huge for me. Zero emotion. She still kept that creepy, calm, almost sociopathic demeanor the entire time. And then she had the guy legally declared dead as soon as she could. I mean, come on now. I mean, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what it is. Plus, Florida PD totally botched the whole thing in terms of investigation. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if money changed hands, right? Do I think she fed him to her tigers? It's a possibility. I could believe it. I mean, what an effective way to get rid of a body. I'm not advocating that anybody go do that, but it's effective. I mean, you're not going to find anything. So, I mean, I don't think this guy's mystery will ever be solved. She's the only one who knows the answer about where this guy went. And I don't look at sardine oil the same way ever again. So, lastly, miniseries. I'm curious about what the intention of the miniseries is going to be. Whether it's something to be taken seriously, whether it's going to be like an authentic, kind of like Netflix, more of a documentary style, or if it's going to be a parody and a comedy. If it is, I think the casting is on point for comedy. And for, even if it's something that's to be taken seriously, more of a drama, I think Nicolas Cage he came out of left field for me, because I had heard names like Edward Norton, Dax Shepard. I think Jared Leto at one point said he wanted to play a Tiger King, which would have been cool. But he would have been too hot for it, I think. But anyway, I think Nicolas Cage has like the right kind of kookiness. Yes, his acting resume here lately has been less than stellar, but I go back to Face Off. I mean, he killed it in that role. And I think if he brings that same sort of eccentricity, if you will, to the part of Joe Exotic, he's gonna knock it out of the park. Kate McKinnon, I'm a little bit more wishy-washy on. I don't know too much of her work outside of Saturday Night Live. I feel like she could channel that creepy sereneness that Carol has, but I feel like too, she's almost too expressive to where sometimes I don't think she could be taken seriously. So she'd be good at maybe like a parody, poking fun at Carole Baskin, but I don't know if she could handle it a serious portrayal. So again, it's all going to come down to what the intent of the miniseries is, which we don't know much about at this point. But I'm still going to watch. Totally invested in it. I have to watch. Who's not going to watch? If you watch The Tiger King on Netflix, you have to watch the miniseries. So that's it for me. All things Tiger King. But stay tuned for the next edition of The Joe Show.
Thanks, Amanda, for giving your thoughts on all things Tiger King. Until next time, stay safe. Wait a minute, I'm getting another video from you.
Decisions. Do I want to smell like Coco Colada today? Or do I want to smell like Boho Bloom? Coco Colada or Boho Bloom? Hey Joe, I told you all my thoughts on all things Tiger King, from the Netflix show itself to whether Carole Baskin did or didn't do it, and to the miniseries. So I'm dying to know, what are your thoughts on all things Tiger King? And even more importantly, should I go with Coco Colada or should I go with Boho Bloom? So don't leave me hanging.
You want to know my thoughts about the show? I didn't watch it. I just needed material for an episode or two for the Joe show. But I think Nicolas Cage will do awesome. Yeah. And the Coco Colada one. Definitely the Coco Colada. Anyway, until next time, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, wash those hands, and remember that there is no comparison to Joe Harrison. If you like Coco Coladas, getting caught in the rain,